Alright, we have another pet battling video for you today. We have Ziriak, the master pet trainer in the city of Threads, this area. He has 3 pets. The first one is an undead, the second is a beast, and the third a flying. So the mechanical axe beast is a flying pet that does some extra damage against beasts. The Shadowbarb Hatchling, a flying pet that works against the flying. And I went with the Effervescent Glowfly for some extra damage against the undead. The first pet is the one that worries me the most. They have an ability called Call Darkness, which does massive amounts of damage. So I'm curious if I can stay alive. And it's all kind of when the computer decides to use the Call Darkness ability. I think if it were a human player, they'd do it right out of the gate. But looks like they didn't even use it at all this time, strangely enough. Comes back to life. There's not a whole lot you can do. Maybe I'll use this and avoid the next attack that comes in from the next pet. I don't know that we'll get as much value out of the swarm as if we had just done a regular scratch. Oh, but there we go. I guess we got 2 out of it. That gives us a little more value. Down goes the Glowfly. We're going to send in the mechanical Axebeak, hit the big red button, and do some damage. Down goes their forelegs, and in comes the last pet, the flying pet. We're doing well, got lots of health. I could swap in the hatchling for the extra damage that they'll do. We'll do the cyclone just to get some damage going. And then doesn't necessarily have to be anything fancy here. We can just use the Talon to finish him off. All right, well, just there we get our achievement, but just like every time, we want to get our pets back up and do it a second time, just to show that we didn't depend on a lucky crit or anything like that. So just like last time, we're just going to start off with the scratch. And there's the Call Darkness that I mentioned, and it just chunked half of our health. We're going to keep doing the scratch, as I think it's going to get us the most bang for our buck. And again, we'll do our Cocoon Strike here. This is just that free extra round that the undead get coming back to life for 1 more. But it does put us in a good position. We'll block the first attack, and then we'll be able to scratch back. Down goes the Glowfly, but it's done more than its job. Put in the Axebeak and use the Haywire ability, which will knock out forelegs. In comes the Swoopgrass, the last one, the flying one. I think rather than switch this time, we'll just peck it out. I'm kind of curious if the switching actually was needed at all. This may be a little bit longer, but I think we'll actually end it more or less in the same amount of rounds. Anyway, there you have it. The flying family against the master pet trainer Ziriak. The Shadowbarb Hatchling we didn't even get to, although he does the extra damage. The Glowfly was good, using the extra damage against the undead to really get through that first pet before the damage from Call of Darkness could get to us. All right, let me know what other strategies you used. Good luck and have fun.